welcome to the first day of your exciting new career. I will be your personal guide to help you get started. I'm a Model 5 of the Handyman's Robotics and Unit Repair System, but you can call me Hand Unit.
Discount GLaDOS. But I'll take a cent off because Hand Unit is the best part of this game.
Please enter your name as seen above the keypad. This cannot be changed later, so please be careful. It seems that you had some trouble with the keypad. I see what you were trying to type, and I will auto-correct it for you. One moment. Welcome, Eggs Benedict.
That name would have been impossible to type as there is no B on this keypad. Also, this keypad will comedically provide the illusion of choice for the rest of the game. Why is the only route to my workstation a vent?
Allow me to fill this somewhat frightening silence with some light-hearted banter. Due to the massive success, and even more so the unfortunate closing of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, it was clear that the stage was set, no pun intended, for another contender in children's entertainment.
How would they contend with a restaurant that is no longer in operation? By all accounts, Circus Babies owns the market now.
View the window to your left. This is the Ballora Gallery Party Room and Dance Studio, encouraging kids to get fit and enjoy pizza.
One does not simply get fit while enjoying pizza.
Let's turn on the light and see if Ballora is on stage. Uh-oh, it looks like Ballora doesn't feel like dancing. Let's give her some motivation. Press the red button now to administer a controlled shock. Maybe that will put the spring back in her step.
Are we in an animatronic entertainment facility or a zoo? Also, since every animatronic here is in an isolated room, why should we care if they get off their stage? Where are they gonna go?
This is the Funtime Auditorium, where Funtime Foxy encourages kids to play and share. Try the light. Let's see what Funtime Foxy is up to. Looks like Funtime Foxy is taking the day off. Let's motivate Funtime Foxy with a controlled shock.
Notice how Funtime Foxy isn't given pronouns? Since Funtime Foxy bears an uncanny resemblance to Mangle, Scott will now play with the idea of that dumb theory. The game will even interchange pronouns later.
That concludes your duties for your first night on the job.
Just like in FNAF 3, the first night is basically a freebie and serves as the introductory level. However, unlike FNAF 3, these mechanics introduced to you will never come in handy again.
Clara, I tell you, the baby isn't mine.
Count, I tell you that it is. You're the only vampire I've ever loved.
Vampire soap operas.
You need to be part of your son's life.
I'm an old man, Clara. I can't be a father.
Well, then at least pay your child support, you deadbeat.
Vampire soap opera where Dracula has to pay child support.
We're committed to creating a unique and fulfilling work experience. One part of that commitment is ensuring that you don't get tired of the voice that you're hearing right now. Using the keypad below, please select a new companion voice. For male, press 1. For female, press 2. For text only, press 3. For other options, press 4.
No numbers exist on this keypad to make these choices possible.
There seems to be a power malfunction that is affecting our ability to properly motivate Baby. Please stand by while I reboot the system. Various other systems may be offline as well, such as security doors, vent locks, and oxygen.
Again, there is no way that any of the animatronics, minus the Bitty Babs, will even be able to escape even if the vents are open. The sizes and designs of each of them would prevent them from fitting in them. This is just a dumb attempt at tension.
I don't recognize you. You are new. I remember this scenario, however.
Heather Masters channeled her inner ASMR YouTuber to prepare for a role as Circus Baby.
I'm curious what events would lead a person to want to spend their nights in a place like this, willingly.
Self-awareness seems to always be used to dodge one's own flawed logic in their story.
There is a space under the desk. Someone before you crafted it into a hiding place, and it worked for him.
As we will learn by the very end of the game, Michael, William Afton's son, was sent down here to this facility to check on his sister Elizabeth, whose soul currently inhabits Baby. But this line suggests that other people were sent here before Michael. Why would William do so when that could jeopardize his murder-bot Trojan horse plan? And he only now decided to send Michael, who would have a better motivation to see her since she's his sister?
Just try not to make eye contact.
What's the point of telling the player to not make eye contact when that won't matter anyway? 2-foot-tall Chucky dolls are actually able to nearly pry open a cubby door held in place by a grown man.
We have to leave now. We will see you again soon.
Nope, not outside the non-canon custom night, you won't.
When your guide comes back online, he is going to tell you that he was unsuccessful, that you must restart the system manually. He will then tell you to crawl through Ballora Gallery as fast as you can to reach the breaker room. If you follow his instructions, you will die.
As it turns out, Baby is telling the truth, and it's the second step to gaining Michael's trust. This will conveniently be the only time in the game where Hand Unit will actively be deceiving the player in service of this ruse. After this, he will be forthright for the rest of the game.
Is someone there? I can hear someone creeping through my room. Perhaps not.
Ballora turned into a Skyrim NPC for a bit.
I have to go.
They're going to dock your paychecks.
They can't do that. I'm a vampire. I don't get paychecks.
You work the graveyard shift at the Fry Me Taco.
Vampire soap opera where Dracula works at Del Taco to pay off his goddamn child support.
Due to your lackluster performance yesterday, your pay has been decreased by a substantial amount.
Didn't you commend me for my efforts yesterday?
Great job.
Yeah, thought so.
There is no need to check on Baby tonight. Please refrain from entering unauthorized areas. Proceed directly to Funtime Auditorium.
Hand Unit forbids me from entering Circus Gallery, opens the way to it anyway.
Funtime Foxy is motion activated. For this reason, it's important to keep the room dark, as to not accidentally activate her.
If Funtime Foxy has motion sensors, then she should be activated regardless of the amount of light. This is like if one of those motion detecting security lights won't turn on at night because it's too dark. Doesn't that defeat the purpose? Bonbon displays incredible sorcery as he shows us the ability to teleport off of Funtime Freddy's forearm.
Daddy, she can make balloons.
Jump scares have become so prominent in this series that they are now used to advance the plot.
I think they noticed that you never left the building last night. The cameras were searching for you, but they couldn't find you. I have you hidden too well. I kidnapped you.
If this doesn't clue the player into Baby's later betrayal, I don't know what will.
Try not to wiggle, though. You're inside something that came from my old pizzeria. I don't think it was ever used. At least not the way it was meant to be used. Too dangerous. It's just big enough for one person to fit inside, but just barely.
Assuming that this game takes place after FNAF 1, it's amazing that Afton still favors Springlock suits. I mean, he's gone as far as designing animatronics that emit pheromones and play voice decoys to stealthily kill children. Why does he need a suit of his own if the Funtime animatronics can do his killing for him?
What happened to it this time? Just seems like these things can't go a day without breaking down. Who knows? It's always the same, man. Some kind of hardware malfunction.
Even normal, everyday humans see robotic murder as nothing more than a malfunction. I think I can speak for everyone who's played this game when I say fuck Night 4. Fuck Night 4 in particular. Also, even if you're killed by this Springlocks, a mini Reno will be the one to end your night. What, is a gory death only a luxury in scripted cutscenes?
Clara, it's not my baby.
Vlad, you suck.
Wait, was that a vampire joke?
No, Dracula, that's a common misconception about vampires. I'll let your alternate version from Billy and Mandy explain.
Dracula scrape with his fangs and lick up the blood. Like this. See? Scrape and lick.
I set the thermostat to 90 before I left.
Good, I like it warm.
Good, because I also set the house on fire.
Vampire soap opera where Dracula not only works at Del Taco to make child support payments, but now has to live on the streets of Transylvania because his wife was too cold.
You've earned your 1-week bonus, which will be given to you in the form of a delightful gift basket, the cost of which will be taken out of your next paycheck. We have gift baskets containing fruit, nuts, flowers, and of course the ever-popular cash basket.
It's actually not as exciting as you would think. The cash basket probably contains the money that was cut twice from your original paycheck, so it shouldn't mean too much.
It seems you had some trouble with the keypad. I see what you were trying to type, and I will autocorrect it for you. Thank you for selecting Exotic Butters. Please be aware that there are still 2 technicians on site today. Try to avoid interfering with their work if possible. Also, feel free to ask them why they are still there and encourage them to go home.
I can't interfere with their work, but I can tell them to go home? Doesn't matter. They hung themselves for no reason, so I wouldn't be able to know.
Your task today will involve more maintenance work. Circus Baby had a rough day and is in need of repair. You will be required to reach the parts and service room by once again sneaking through Funtime Auditorium. As always, please proceed with caution.
I don't know anymore if Hand Unit is just blatantly oblivious to whatever happens here. How does he not know that all of the animatronics, including Funtime Foxy, have all Voltroned and entered by this point? There are security cameras around to see this happen. Even with a flashlight shining on Baby, Michael doesn't notice Ennard standing right behind her.
I've been out before, but they always put me back. They always put us back inside. There's nowhere for us to hide here. There is nowhere to go when we look like this. But if we looked like you, then we could hide. If we looked like you, then we would have somewhere to go.
This bullshit plan actually works and only arouses slight suspicion once the skin around Ennard decays.
The scooper only hurts for a moment.
It's not like Michael can't just move to his left or right to avoid the scooper, right? I mean, it doesn't look like it's omnidirectional. Being able to survive shit like this apparently runs in the family. The alternate version of Night 5 is essentially an Ennard boss fight complete with classic FNAF mechanics. I'm not going to ask the rhetorical questions of the existence and function of this room. It's fan service. Might as well butter your popcorn with that.
I'm keeping the diamond ring.
The joke's on you. I found it in a kid's meal.
You bought a kid's meal? Oh, Vlad!
Clara!
That was easy.
Also, vampire soap opera where Dracula has to work to make child support payments and his wife burns his house down, and it all gets resolved in the most embarrassingly corny way possible. Also, this episode brought to you by McDonald's, where a kid's meal toy is valued higher than a real diamond ring according to Clara. So is Ennard his pet now? What the hell was this ending supposed to mean?
I should be dead, but I'm not. I've been living in shadows. There is only one thing left for me to do now. I'm going to come find you.
Sequel baiting. Also, Michael won't have to look very far to find his father. He just shows up serendipitously in Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria Simulator.
How long until someone makes a remix of